everyone, we're going to do some simple derivatives using the power rule and the constant rule. Here is your power rule. Basically, it states that if f is a differentiable function and c is a real number, then c of f is also differentiable. So basically, let's just do some examples and we'll look at it. And some of these you have, for example, as y equals 8. And then if we use this rule, we could say this is x to the 0. So if I use my rule, the derivative of y would be, you pull the n, your n is 0, so you'd have 0 times 8x to the n minus 1, so that'd be 0 minus 1. So basically that's giving you the derivative is 0 times 8 is 0, x to the negative 1, which is just going to be 0 over x, which equals 0. So anytime you have a constant like this, for example, if you have f of x equals negative 2, then the derivative of f is just going to be 0 for the same reason, because of this pulling the 0 here. Okay, so let's do some that are a little more interesting. We have we have y equals x to the 6th. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the 6 in front, write your x, and then we're going to do 6 minus 1. You always subtract 1. So the derivative of y is 6x to the 5th. You just go down 1 on that. Okay, the next one we have is y equals x to the 8th. So the derivative of y is just going to be 8x, and you go down 1, so that would be to the 7th, or you can do 8 minus 1. Okay, now we have, let's do some more. We have y equals 1 over x to the 7th. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this as y equals x to the negative 7th. All right, using my negative exponents. Now I'm going to take the derivative of y, so that's going to be negative 7 times x to the negative 7 minus 1. So that derivative is going to be negative 7 x to the negative 8. And we're going to clean up negative exponents, so that's going to be negative 7, and get rid of that negative exponent, that's going to be x to the 8th. And another similar one would be y equals 1 over x to the 8th. So you rewrite it. So the derivative is just going to be negative 8x to the negative 8 minus 1, which equals negative 8 to the x minus 9, which equals negative 8 over x to the 9th. After a while, you can just kind of do these. All right, now let's do some with square roots. We have f of x equals the 5th root of x. So the first thing I'm going to do is rewrite this as x to the 1/5. So when you get that, you're going to get the derivative of f of x equals 1/5 x to the 1/5 minus 1. And minus 1 is really going to be minus 5 over 5. So you get the common denominator stuff. Alright, so that equals 1/5 x to the negative 4/5, which equals 1/5 to the x, you can put the x here, to the 4/5, and you could just leave it like that, or this would be 1 over 5 times the 4th root of x to the 5th. But it looks better this way. Okay, let's do another one like that. we have f of x equals the fourth root of x. So I'm going to write that as x to the 1/4. So the derivative of x is going to be 1/4 to the x, times x to the 1/4 minus 1, which is minus 4/4. So that's going to be 1/4 x to the negative 3/4. And I'm going to go ahead and write 1/4. This guy goes in the denominator, so it's going to be x to the 3/4. All right? And let's do a couple more, because we have some more time. We have f of x equals x plus 1. Now I'm going to use my sum and difference properties. So I'm going to just take the derivative of each piece. So the derivative of x there is just 1. And the derivative of 1 is 0, because that's a constant. So that just equals 1. And the next one we have is g of x equals 3x minus 1. So the derivative of x equals, this is to the first power, so this is going to be 3x to the 0, and this is just going to be minus 0. Well, x to the 0 is just 1, so our answer is 3. Okay? And let's do a couple more, because I still have more time. Okay, so let's do s of t equals t cubed minus 2t plus 4. So the derivative of s is going to be, move this 3 down, so you have 3t to the 3 minus 1 minus, this is 1, so this would be 2t to the 1 minus 1, and then we already know that this equals 0, so that just gets left out. Clean this up, you get 3t squared minus 2t to the 0. T to the 0 is just 1, so you get 3t squared minus 2. And I'm only going to do one more. The next one's going to be f of x equals 2x cubed minus x squared plus 3x. So we take the derivative, you're going to bring the 3 down in front and multiply it by 2. So it's going to be 6x to the 3 minus 1 minus, bring this 2 down, so it's going to be 2x to the 2 minus 1 plus 3, because this is to the 1, x to the 1 minus 1. Cleaning that up, we get 3x squared. No, why did I put 3? That's supposed to be 6. All right. So that's 6. We're going to get 6x squared minus 2x plus 3x to the 0. X to the 0 is just 1. So my answer is 6x squared minus 2x plus 3. And that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.